Hi, biomed students. This is the video walkthrough of the 1.2.3 lab journal in case you want to work ahead. If you do choose to work ahead, that's absolutely fine, but please drop your name in the chat during the Google Meet just so that I don't count you as absent because I've done that a few times. All right, so I'm going to start on the Block 1A page, and I always do. I'm going to go from stream over to classwork. Okay. And we're looking at Tuesday 11:10 for my A-Day classes or Friday 11:13 for my 1B class. So this is the lab journal. I'm going to open it on up. And you'll want to also have open my PLTW, just FYI there. And I'm always going to make a copy of this. You don't do that, I do. So that way when I type in it, I don't have to go through and delete it all. I did that the first couple of weeks of school, and that was kind of annoying. All right, so you can see we're looking at forensic toxicology. And what is that exactly? Basically, we're going to look at Ana Garcia's stomach contents and see if there's anything in there that could have contributed to her death. All right, so you have this open now, hopefully, fingers crossed, and I also want you to log on to my PLTW. Yours will look slightly different than this. You click on courses. Remember, guys, if you can't log on with your username and password, use general student and password 1. Click on courses. And then principles of biomedical science. And I'm going to scroll down the left side scroll bar to 1.2, master the morgue. And scroll to 1.2.3, forensic toxicology. All right. Our goals describe the basic anatomy and physiology of the digestive system. Like I said, we're looking at Ana's stomach contents. Perform experimental testing to determine the identity of an unknown substance. Well, we will certainly look at the results. Interpret a toxicology report. All right. So let's take a look. We have materials. We don't need any of that. Sad face. So we estimated last time the time of Ana's death, but we still don't know the cause. Could a chemical in the lab where she was found have caused her death? It's possible. So, all right. What evidence is there that Ana may have ingested, which means ate, or encountered a harmful substance? So, think about how she was found. What was around her? Sure, a tipped over flask. On the ground. Yes, the fact that she was in a science lab in the first place. There's lots of other things you can put there, but those are a couple. Okay. And so, yeah, she could have inhaled some vapors, like if she were working with ammonia, those vapors can cause death. We don't know yet. So let's see. All things are poisons. The root of the word toxicology comes from toxin or poison. Here it is. Toxicology is the field of science that studies the effects of chemicals, such as drugs, on the human body. And that's just drugs like the general term, not drugs. Like you could also include aspirin, vitamins. Let me make this bigger so it's easier for you to see. There we go. So, toxicology is the study of chemicals such as drugs, alcohol, poisons, metals, gases on the human body. All right, so we have the digestive system to look at. The oral cavity, your mouth, the esophagus, the stomach, the small intestine, and the large intestine. So it's good to have this open because you can look at, you see some toxins can be harmful. Forensic toxicologists are people who study, what may have killed a person. So an autopsy. So if we scroll down, the main function of your digestive system is to break down the food you eat into nutrients and molecules, carbohydrates, proteins, amino acids, lipids, and sugars too. All right, so we're going to interact with our digestive system here. So the oral cavity. Let's see if I can scroll down. And here we go. Let's hopefully copy and paste. Yes, control copy. And then paste that right here where it says oral cavity. Let me delete this. You don't need that. The oral cavity is the mouth. Accessory organs are your teeth, your tongue, the salivary glands. Your saliva contains amylase, which starts the breakdown of carbohydrates. All right, so esophagus. Let's see. I am trying to find, because I like to be lazy, the esophagus so I can copy and paste. So that's what I'm doing here. There we go. The tube that transports food from the mouth to the stomach. Control. There we go. So I'm going to delete that. And your esophagus is behind your trachea, which is your windpipe. And your esophagus generally tends to lay flat until it's having food swallowed through it. All right, so the next is the stomach. The stomach, you know, has stomach acid in it. Or maybe you didn't know, but I strongly suspect you did. So it's the muscular sac, which contains acids and enzymes that break down food. So here we go. Control V. Love. Copy and paste. Oh, I did that slightly wrong. Let me see. So here we go. You can spell, I swear. So the stomach, the sac that contains the acids and stuff to break down the food. Small intestine lies between the stomach and the large intestine, and that's where a lot of the absorption happens. In fact, most of the absorption of your nutrients happens. And it's really cool to see the small oh, that's the stomach. It's really cool to see the inside of the small intestine. It's got all these little projections called villi that dramatically increase the surface area of the small intestine. There we go. And paste. And I will delete that. We don't need that twice. So you have your small intestine, and then the large intestine is where a lot of the water is sucked out of food and it becomes poo. There it is. In sciencey words. Large intestine sucks out the water and turns your food that you don't use into poo. I don't know why. It's not copy and pasting. Here we go. Highlight. Control C. Control V. There you go. And there's no villi, or not a lot of villi in the large intestine. There's folds, but no villi. All right, so next we have identify the pill. And I'm going to just delete some of the space here. So we have the substance. We're testing a bunch of different substances. We're testing aspirin, acetaminophen, oxycodone, ecstasy, and the unknown pill found in Anna's stomach. So here we go. Metabolism, metabolites inside Anna. There's forensic chemist here. Identify the pill. Here we go. So we have, I'm not going to have the color or the texture because we cannot really look at this very well and we can't feel it or react or interact with it. So here we go. We're going to jump here and we're going to watch this video, which hopefully the sound plays for you. All right, so we saw the reactions. I'm going to pause it there. If you can't hear the music, you're missing out. And I'm going to fill in our chart based on the reactions. Now, where it said no reaction, I'm going to abbreviate NR. NR, 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 and then it bubbled, and then NR. pH, they compared it. It was 2, let's see, 2, 5, 8, 4, and 2. We're starting to get an idea of what this probably is. But here we go. Hydrochloric acid, NR, NR, it bubbled, and NR. There was no reaction here with ferric nitrate, no reaction here. It was red and bubbled, yellow and bubbled and no reaction. Not N-O, N-R. All right, so we compare the reactions of our unknown pill to all of these columns, and which one does it match? Yep, Anna was taking aspirin, that's right. So the unknown pill in Anna's stomach is aspirin because the reactions match. Yeah, the reactions match. So here we go. How might toxicology be important to other biomedical professions outside forensics? So outside of looking at how people died. So let's think about that. Toxicology is looking at how things react. Sure, yeah. So like medication interactions. What else? Sure, sure. Effects of substances on a living body. Yeah, effects. There you go. So, how is a forensic chemist similar to and different from a forensic toxicologist? I have both of them here. So, forensic toxicology, substances, illness, and death. Okay. Non biological samples. So, both test substances. Toxicology focuses on um, interactions in human body. Um, chemist focuses on identity components and concentrations. So, forensic toxicologist is more of human body. Forensic chemist is more of just analyze it and tell you what it's made of, pretty much. All right, so now we have to look at Anna Garcia's toxicology report. It's exciting stuff. So she had some caffeine, she had some aspirin. It doesn't look like anything else. So go back to classwork and click open Anna Garcia's autopsy report. We're going to update that. Now I'm going to make a copy so that I can keep track of all of this. So file, make a copy. And you are going to put in toxicology results. First, the type of autopsy. We didn't fill that out. Here we go, forensic. We have all this done. We don't have that yet. It's going pretty quickly. Toxicology results. Caffeine and aspirin present in body. Caffeine with an E. And remember, case summary so far we have Anna Garcia's approximate time of death is at 10 p.m. the night before she was found. That's all we have so far. So you have this updated. All right.